They went on a 10-0 run in that first quarter. What wasn't working for you during that stretch?
Well, we're missing jump shots. It's fueling their fast break. And we don't have good floor balance, so we got to have better floor balance. Got to keep the ball out of the paint. But the big thing is we got to get the ball into the paint offensively.
You said offensively. What needs to improve? You're shooting just 38%. Were they not good shots? Were they tough shots? Were they not falling?
Well, they were both. I thought we had some open jump shots off the pick and roll, but now we got to move the ball, maybe make another pass where we can set up some drives. But we got to get a mix of jump shots, post-ups, and drives.
All right, thank you for your time. Mike, back to you.
All right, Lisa. Especially against this Celtic defense, ball movement is so critical. Nobody knows that better than Tom Thibodeau, an assistant coach here in Boston. Helped them win the championship in 2008. He did such a fantastic job. Has been rewarded with his first head coaching job. You know, I was talking to him before the game, defensive 3 seconds, and I asked him about what he remembers most from his time in Boston, and he said how committed the players were and how much they were willing, especially the superstars, to sacrifice their own individual game for the good of the team from day one. And he said that's what stands out the most. That's why they won the championship. Blocking foul call on Davis. And Noah a little shaken up as well. And that really was the key for these Celtics. And Davis, he's shaken up again. Was he in the restricted area? Yep. That right heel.
Which wouldn't have mattered if Noah had caught the ball below the dotted circle.
Right.
But since he caught it above the dotted circle, you have to be outside of that restricted area. Good call by the official. And again, bangs his head on the floor.
And you can also see on the way down, Noah actually twists his right ankle, stepping on the foot of Davis.
And one of the ugliest looking jump shot has actually become very effective. Noah 75% from the free throw line. Lovely says his mother's always called. A lot of people have teased him about the way his shot looks when it's released. His mother always says it's artistic.
Nothing like a mother's love.
Hits a pair there.
I just don't know how did you first start shooting like that?
But just tell me the truth, Mom. If my jumper's ugly, just tell me.
No way. Pierce for three. Too strong. Erdan tracks it down. Dang knocks it out of bounds. Still Boston ball. It's such a heavy left hand.
See, your mom doesn't even have to tell you that. There's video. You see it.
Robinson gets it inside. Erdan foul by Noah. By the way, Ron Adams, the assistant coach, calls the shot the tornado because it has that weird rotation on it. And the rookie Erdan will go to the free throw line. And we'll get a chance to say our congratulations to our man Mark Jackson this week. One of the finalists, nominees for this year's Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame class. You and a couple of your former teammates, Mark, including your man Reggie Miller and Chris Mullen, who you played with at St. John's. Reggie, of course, in Indiana. Bernard King, another one, who's back up, nominated. Dennis Rodman.
Now, has there ever been 3 players that started on the same team ever been nominated in the same year? Mark Jackson, Reggie Miller, Chris Mullen formed that great perimeter trio for the Indiana Pacers. All of them deserve to be in.
Oh, thank you guys so much. It really, truly is an honor to be nominated and truly humbling when I take a look at the list.
Pass inside, Gibson able to go. And our statistician Dave Freed gave us a great note for your case. All top 10 rebounders in NBA history are all in the Hall of Fame. You are top 3 assists. You should have all top 10 assist guys. Number 3 all-time. You finished your career number 2. So when you get voted in, we want to know, what are you going to wear? Could this be a possibility?
You guys are fighting dirty tonight.
You got to take the good with the bad. I just don't know, like Noah's jump shot. How did you go out of your house and Marie say, "You're looking good, son"? Marie's got to tell you the truth. Son, that's awful.
Travel on Davis. By the way, just all top 10 rebounders who are eligible are in. And now Mark Jackson eligible.
That right there will get me not voted in. Why did we have to go back to the pitcher? One time was enough.
Let's go over some other. Rookie of the Year, All-Star. You led the NBA in assists. You also led the nation in assists one year when you were at St. John's. St. John's going to the Final Four. It's not just the NBA, it's college as well. You were a spectacular guard for the Ben Redmond. Gibson gets inside and puts it in. (32-26). Celtics led by as many as 14. Celtics have had double-figure leads in 15 of their 19 games this year. Davis, line drive, won't go.
See, their depth right now is an issue. Delonte West out, Jermaine O'Neal out. They have some holes right now in their bench. Their starting lineup is the best starting lineup along with the Lakers in the league. It's that bench where they're struggling.
Watson misses, Gibson the rebound, and foul by Davis. Davis had a rough game so far. In 7 minutes, 3 fouls.
Very good ball movement by the Bulls. Give them credit. Climbing back into this ball game and offensively not staring down this Celtic defense, but looking to make plays for one another.
Garnett's going to come back in. Shaq is also back in. ESPN, the home court of college hoops, Saturday afternoon, a rematch of last year's national championship game as Butler faces Duke at 3:15 Eastern. Then at 5:15 Eastern, Illinois and Gonzaga. A couple of terrific games in the early season. Both games available online at ESPN3.com and on your phone.
And we forgot to mention one injury is Kendrick Perkins is still out with his knee injury that he suffered last year in Game 6 of the finals.
Just saw Perkins there. They're still saying probably after the All-Star break. He hopes it's earlier, but major knee surgery for Kendrick Perkins.
I had a chance to talk to him before the game also, and he says, hey, I'm going to make sure I take my time and make sure I'm 100% before I rush back. It's important for him to be there when they need him most.
Bulls have cut this 14-point lead to 4 on an 11-1 run. Dang kicks it back out. Brewer, nice little fake, inside pass, and O'Neal with the foul. O'Neal trying to say he went straight up. Dang might argue that point as he went crashing to the floor. 2 fouls on Shaq.
Should have been a turnover. Good extra pass by Brewer. And I like what O'Neal's doing, protecting the basket. To me, all 5 of the Celtics should be All-Stars this year.
Even Shaq?
Yes. He should be behind. He should be, I shouldn't say for definite. He should be considered strongly to be a big man off the bench for the All-Star team. 68% shooting, 7 rebounds per game in 23 minutes.
I can't argue with you. I can't argue with you. When you take a look at what he's done so far, if the All-Star game was tomorrow, Shaquille O'Neal should be on the All-Star team. I agree.
Well, you've always talked about the toughest player to coach is a declining superstar. Would he accept the role? Maybe he didn't do it as well in Phoenix and Cleveland. Doc Rivers is raving about how he's accepted. He's a role player on this team and has embraced that role.
Right, and they have strong personalities. And as O'Neal finishes, plus he's still, when he's in the paint, you have to game plan for him.
He's got 6 points and 2 boards. Crowd is enjoying the big diesel or the big shamrock. Watson, nice feet inside, and Brewer able to finish. Can Chicago keep it up with Rose on the bench? That's been a big question early in the year. Dang the rebound. C.J. Watson is a good scorer. He's the backup point guard. Dang, nice feed to Noah. Boy, that's a pretty pass, threading the needle.
And that's what you have to do against Shaquille O'Neal. Get the basketball off the defensive boards and push it down their throat. Noah did a great job of beating his man down the floor. Gets all the way to the rim.
Nice catch in traffic as well. 6 points for Noah. He played 4 minutes. Dang with the steal. Dang runs into Pierce and draws the foul, and he'll go to the line. A chance for the Bulls to take their first lead. A nice turnaround as they've been doing all